climate-related industries.
Exactly.
Yet with global warming, what is going to happen to the rate of unemployment? We need something to be done. We contribute the least to the climate crisis, yet we are paying the most. People are losing their farmlands. People are in drought-threatened areas. We need to do something for the young people of Africa. Policies, governments, listen to our cry. We want to help you help us. We want climate justice. What do we want? From Uganda, we have representatives from Ethiopia, Tanzania, Burundi, South Sudan, and other countries who are here. We are all here to say that what we want, climate justice. When do we want it? Now. Those who are going to the COP27 came here to say that please take our messages. Take our messages. Our people are dying of drought. They are dying of hunger. There's no food anymore. We have caused, there's a lot of cold, drought and death. So there's no more delay. We want the commitments of finance to be honored. We want to see that climate finances commitments are being paid so that people can adapt.
PS, representative from the ministry, civil society present here, women, youth, the vulnerable, as the Kenya platform for climate governance, as we host the climate justice campaign torch, we are here to say that the climate change effects are real. We are feeling it now. People are dying in more than 23 countries, counties. Yeah? People are starving. We have almost 4 million, 2 or 3 million Kenyans facing starvation. Our children are not going to school. Our girls are being married off very early because people want money to survive. Our animals are dying. We are having climate change effects are real. Yeah? We are experiencing loss and damages. I want to take this opportunity to thank our government through the Ministry of Forestry because they've done enough. What we need to do is just to put more effort, work closely with the government and civil society to ensure that the policies that they've put in place are now being implemented. But now we want to call upon the developing countries who had committed to give us money so that we are able to address the climate change effects. As we go to COP, we want to tell them to commit and let them give us that money. We are suffering as Africans, we are suffering in this continent. So thank you. I'll hand over to Dr. Mithika, who is the Continental Secretary. What do we want?
Climate justice.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now. Yeah.
Thank you. What do you want? I want to hear it from the people from behind. What do you want? I'm not hearing it. What do you want? What do you want it?
Now.
Thank you very much. The PS government representatives here, the young people who are here and who form the majority here, women who are here, the smallholder farmers who are here, small businesses who are here, and everybody I've not mentioned. We are here today for a very serious business. We meet here, as my colleague have said, to really demonstrate our commitment and hand over and express our solidarity with those at the front line of climate crisis. As you know, we stand here when the governments in the Horn of Africa are struggling to feed their people against the famine, which has affected more than 30 million people as we speak here. We are here to raise our concerns with what is happening at the global level. The negotiations which never end, but end negotiation after negotiation without coming with a solution. We have been doing it all over Africa. We were in Libreville, we were in Dakar, we were in North Africa, in Morocco, and today we are in Nairobi, in the Horn of Africa, expressing solidarity with our people and saying, enough is enough, we want action. Tumechoka. Na tunataka the COP27, which is coming in 3 weeks' time, really to listen to the voices of the African people who are dying of hunger. Yesterday, we had a colleague in our workshop who told us that he has witnessed 3 children in Samburu dying of hunger, starving to hunger. It's a serious issue, ladies and gentlemen, and really we need our governments, particularly those who have caused this problem of climate change, really to take action, and we have identified the actions. The only problem is that we have policies after policies without being implemented, and that is what we want to see happening. As we go to the COP27, we have 4 demands from African people, and we hope the PS and the government of Kenya, which plays a very critical role, will carry this as the voices of people of Africa to the COP and on behalf of the people of Horn of Africa, because Kenya plays a very critical role in this process. Number 1, we want, when we go to the COP27, Africa to be recognized as special needs and circumstances regions, because all the IPCC reports and all the reports, scientific, pointed to Africa as the most impacted, most vulnerable, yet we have very little to do with climate change. We account for only 4% of greenhouse gases emissions in the world. Number 2, to forestall the challenges which are affecting particularly the Horn of Africa and the Sahel. We want the issue of loss and damage addressed so that the people being affected, the impacts you are seeing here are caused by the problem which we have caused. And so, the people of Horn of Africa, the people in the 23 counties in Kenya, and elsewhere in the Horn of African countries need compensation, and that's why the issue of loss and damage is very critical in COP27. Number 3, adaptation. We need to adapt, build resilience of our people, our mothers, our grandmothers, farmers, smallholder farmers who are suffering the impact. You see right now it should be raining, but you know rain has disappeared. And this is not the act of God. That is a problem which has been created by us human beings, but not us in Kenya, but somewhere here in the developed world. So we want really people to adapt, and we want a lot of money, finances, to really adapt. The Kenya's NDC, National Determined Contribution, has called for 62 billion US dollars. That is 6.2 trillion Kenya shillings, and we can only raise 13% of that, and even that 13% is very difficult for us. We have no money, all of us know. So we need support from the international community. Our NDC is conditional on support from international community, and the PS will tell you that they have refused to pay. We want them to pay because that is their responsibility. And finally, to do that, we need finance and massive resources. Climate finance is going to be very critical for us. So, our PS, those are the critical issues we want. And I know we have a lengthy petition here we are going to hand over to you. It's called Libreville Communique. You are going to have it so that now, this is what we are going to hand over to you. You are going to communicate and share with our policymakers, with our negotiators, when they are going to the COP27, because that is actually what is going to determine the livelihoods and the livelihoods of our people who are really suffering the impact of the problem which they did not have. So then, again, to back this, we have also some of the publications which we have, and also the torch. This torch is not just the normal torch. I will invite and take our national platform coordinator and the youth who spoke here so that they can hand over this to the peers. And this torch actually is to spotlight on the issues which we have raised, 4 critical issues for Africa, special needs and circumstances for Africa. Number 2, the loss and damage. Number 3, adaptation, finance and resilience building. And number 4, the issue of climate finance, very critical for us because this is what is taking us there. And we want, when we are coming back, we need to come back with the money because we need the money to finance all these issues we have raised. So this is our thought, you know, a traditional African thought. His work is only to illuminate and spotlight, and this is it. So, what do you want?
Climate justice.
What do you want?
Climate justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
Thank you very much. When do you want it?
Climate justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
When do you want it?
Now.
No.